Guys, this GTA 6 leak stuff just got even crazier. So, a few days ago, I had recorded my video breaking down the two gameplay clips and the map that was leaked by a guy on Twitter and his website known as CyberLeak. Now, if you haven't seen that video, go ahead, watch it. I break down the first two clips in the map without showing them. Full spoiler warning if you want to know what was in those clips because you haven't seen them yet. Feel free to go check them out if you haven't. So there's been a few more developments from that time regarding leaks. The next day after my video was recorded, the day it uploaded, earlier in the morning, he had dropped another leak called Taser. And then later in the afternoon, he had dropped another leak called Junkies. So that was it. He was radio silent for a few hours. Then people were looking at his website and they had noticed you could pay to vote in a poll, which people did. And I'll get into why that is important in a few minutes. People paid for the poll for what gameplay would be leaked next. Plane ended up winning. So the next day, he released Plane, which was a leaked footage of him flying a plane around Vice City. All the leaked stuff I've seen, it looks good. It's a build from 2025 around April. So almost done. Not quite there yet, not ready for publish. Not what we are going to be seeing both next week during the Netflix preview and what we will see in November. However, he has been threatening to leak story stuff, which I'm not crazy about, but we'll get into that, why I don't think that's possible in a few minutes as well. So after that poll, Plane won, and he uploaded that. So he was radio silent for approximately 16 hours, I want to say, where today on Friday he came back out of nowhere. Everyone thought that the FBI had got him. I don't know if the FBI can really do much. I don't know if there's any necessary crime committed. If there is, feel free to let me know below because I am not a legal scholar. So this morning he released another leaked footage called Hypercar. Jason drives around in a fast car. Cool. So why am I bringing this up? Well, on the watermark, where he has been marketing crypto this whole time, just that will be important later, he puts more market cap equals more leaks. And now, like 30 minutes before I started to record this video, he had posted on his website that you could pay him for custom leaked gameplay footage of whatever you want him to do. After people were looking at that, they decided to look, how much is it? Just out of curiosity. It's 200 grand for some custom gameplay of a leaked game that we will be playing in 3 months. Which is absolutely crazy. 200 grand for leaked gameplay. Now, why am I bringing all this up? Why does this matter? Well, the whole reason CyberLeak claimed to be doing this was he wasn't a fan of what Rockstar has been doing with all digital anti-consumerism because they have the $80 edition and the $100 edition and the Netflix preview. It's kind of hard to believe that he ever even cared about that stuff now because it's from the get-go he's been marketing crypto. Crypto that the day the leaks came out, a bunch of it was sold to people who probably knew the leaks were coming, so the crypto would take off crazily. And guess what? The crypto took off crazily. So now, if you invest in his crypto, he'll post more leaks. And if you pay him $200,000, well, guess what? You get to pick whatever gameplay you want to leak. It's hard to believe that he ever even cared about that stuff. And I know there are people out there who genuinely do care about all digital being bad, and people disagree with the $80 edition and the $100 edition, and there are people who disagree with the Netflix stuff. So back when pre-orders were announced for Grand Theft Auto 6, there were two editions you could buy. There was the $80 base game, and you get some pre-order bonuses, and then there was a $100 edition, which you get a bunch of bonus content, along with the pre-order content, for $100. Which every game does. Every single game that releases pretty much always has a $100 edition, for AAA studios at least. Call of Duty yearly, $100 edition. NBA every year, $100 edition. FIFA, $150 edition this year. But people don't really complain about that. They're complaining that GTA 6, a game that has been so hyped up for 13 years. Granted, yeah, development only started in a roughly 2020 era. Grand Theft Auto 6 being the most hyped game can do $100. I think most people are cool with that, but you get the freak minority, so to speak, that are like $100 is too much. You're locking content behind a paywall. Red Dead Redemption 2 had a $100 edition. Guess what? Special shit was locked behind that paywall. Every game that has a $100 edition, they have to incentivize people to buy that $100 edition. With the $100 edition of Grand Theft Auto 6, you get special clothing, special haircuts, tattoos, cars, guns. You get that. And instead of them just being added to your inventory or to your closet in the game, most likely for the clothes and stuff, there are special stores that if you have the $80 base game, you cannot enter at all. Those stores are where the $100 special stuff is sold specifically for the special edition. So instead of them just adding it to your closet magically, in the game it'll feel more immersive where, oh, I get to go to this store and I get to pick out what I want to wear there from there. And yeah, it'll probably end up being added to your closet anyway. Everything in that store is probably just going to be marked free. And then you buy it and boom, go back to your safe house, I'm assuming it'll be called. And you put on some clothes that you like. Just like every other game. Pretty sure Grand Theft Auto 5 had something similar. If I am wrong, do not quote me. I might not be 100% accurate. So people have complained since pre-orders were announced that there were $100 and $80. I can kind of understand the argument for the base game being $80, but you're either paying 80 or 100. I would rather just do the 100. Anyway, we got off topic. So, the leaker who was doing this because he doesn't like Rockstar's anti-consumer activities is leaking stuff that first you had to pay for a pull, which was again, all this is optional, just like pre-ordering and buying the $100 edition. Optional. You don't have to pay for the pull, but it is ironic that you have to pay for the poll to vote about what gameplay gets leaked. And then if you want specific gameplay, you have to pay $200,000 to get that gameplay. It is very hypocritical of CyberLeak to be doing that. It from the get-go, this has all just been a pump and dump scam, and he just had something to incentivize people for the pump and dump. That's all this boils down to. It's crazy. And now people who are saying, I hope they get this guy. He's trying to leak the story, which he may not even be able to do, thankfully. People think that the build he has is just like very limited access. You can steal cars, shoot guns, do like a mission or two max. However, if you say that you are against what CyberLeak is doing, you are a Rockstar shill, a Rockstar fanboy. How does that boot taste? How does your slop taste? It's not even like that, where it's just, I'm excited for this game. I've been excited for this game for years. I don't want stuff that is important, like story aspect, to be spoiled. I want to be surprised whenever I beat the game for the first time. I'm like, so that's how it ends? What the fuck? Like, I want to be surprised by that, and other people do too. But if you say, hey, leaking the game isn't good, you're the developers who poured their heart and soul and years of their life into this game, poof, it's just out there. No kind of grandiose to it. It's just leaked. You don't get to celebrate. It's someone leaked my shit. Damn, this sucks. And it kind of hurts because I poured so much time, effort, love into this game just for it to go out there for a guy to do a pump and dump. It's this hurts my brain. Like the concept of this all. Yeah, I'm gonna pay this leaker to leak stuff, but paying Rockstar money, paying for a $5 membership to Netflix, that's too far. You're asking too much of me to pay that money for a product and $5 that I can cancel right after. Asking way too much. This whole situation has just gone crazy over the past few days. It would be kind of crazy if Rockstar was just doing this as a marketing tactic, because they said their marketing was going to be creative. I haven't seen what creative marketing they've been talking about because there hasn't really been a crazy amount of marketing. But I mean, that would be a cool theory. However, if they lost $2.8 billion in market cap, I don't think the investors would be too happy. I feel like the marketing is probably going to be a little bit more GTA 6 buy now instead of guys, I leaked gameplay. Here's the map. Anyway, there's my opinion about this whole situation. That's gotten crazy. It's gotten convoluted. Has it gotten me more hype for GTA 6? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's gone out of hand. From the beginning, right now, till they catch the guy or whatever they're gonna do with the guy, CyberLeak did this just to pump and dump some crypto, and people fell for it. And it is crazy. So as I was sitting there editing it, I was listening to the final playback before I went and uploaded it. I look at my phone while I'm listening, and I see on Twitter that CyberLeak's website was down for a little bit. And now the footer on it has changed from fighting for gamers to a developer's favorite vegetable. So now it seems as if he is just completely dropping the whole I'm doing this for us gamers. I'm doing this for us. He completely has dropped that whole shtick now to where he just, yeah, I'm just doing this to troll Rockstar. I'm just in this for the crypto because that's all he's trying to push now. Who would have thought the guy who from the start has been marketing crypto just wanted to sell some crypto? Just figured I'd go back, edit this in so you guys can have some of the newest information. So if you guys like this video, if you guys like the hard hitting, breaking news I just delivered to you guys, feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It all means a lot to me. I appreciate each and every comment, each and every like, each and every sub. So thank you guys, and I hope to see you guys all back on here soon for some more GTA content and other games.